Good day, crafty chums. It's Nikki here, aka Carson Cat, aka Carson Cat's Life, and this is a creative arts collaboration hashtag event, hashtag Love Winter Art. And so I'm going to be making two ATCs here, 2.5 by 3.5, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and so I'm going to make a couple of ATCs here, and I've got some papers that I'm going to be cutting up for them, and I'm just going to roughly cut these, just going to roughly rip them up. Yeah, and I've also cut out some holly leaves with some berries as well, there as well. And you'll see what I'll be doing as we go along. We've just had an earthquake here in New Zealand, and it was quite a strong one. There's been some damage, a couple of deaths and some injuries, but we don't know how many people have been injured so far, because the area that was worst hit is a little bit cut off with from the rest of us, with, you know, like sorry, the words aren't there, with so they've been cut off communication wise is the word I was looking for, and I don't know why I found that so difficult to find, but yeah, there I did. So anyway, yeah, so quite a night, sleepless night, of course, obviously, because it was quite scary. I didn't get much sleep because when it hit last night, I was actually sat in bed reading, and the quake hit, and then that was that. Basically, is that there were so many aftershocks coming afterwards. It was scary and difficult to sleep afterwards. So it's okay. I'm just looking for my Mod Podge. So I didn't really get to sleep after that. It was just too much. So I'm doing this one now. If I don't make much sense, it's because I'm a weeny bit sleep deprived. So I'm just hoping that I can do this without mucking it up too much. And the whole idea of the ripped paper is that it makes a it makes the ATC go quicker, actually, and it's sort of like representative of the earthquakes, bit of the old jagged earth and things like that. I tell you, I'm not afraid to say, I'm not ashamed to say that I was scared last night, and I wouldn't have been the only one either. The whole house was going. Anyway, lucky that yeah, just lucky. We were lucky. That's all I have to say on it, and I'll just let you watch me look for my little things. I won't be a minute. Okay, so I was just looking for my little makeup pad thing there that I've been using to squidge. There we go, see, look. Kept it in a little separate bag because it does get rather wet and crumpled and things. So anyway, I'm just going to go around the edges of here with some Versamark ink. As I say, yeah, lucky night last night. Could have been so much worse. 7.5. They actually reckon it was a 7.8. But they can't accurately measure above 7.5, so they've said it's a 7.5, but they think it's a 7.8 at the strongest point. So yeah, the house was going, the floor was going. It was very disorientating. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with this. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Christmas is coming soon. The goose is getting fat, as they say. Although here in New Zealand, you all know it's a nice warm one at Christmas for us here. Okay then, so the trouble with using these little makeup sponges and that is that they do drop little bits of ink. They do like fray or whatever you call it. But anyway, oh no, left my paintbrushes in the water again. Shouldn't do that, it really ruins them. But anyway, that was the paintbrushes, so just have to decide whether I'm going to do it this way whether I do it with, I quite like it that way here. I think I'll do this one this way. Got to stop gluing the legs of my tripod as well. I like the torn paper technique. It's quite a nice one. It's actually one of my favourite ones. Apparently when the earthquake was going last night as well, the sky lit up blue and it was midnight. Something to do with the shifting plates, but you know, I don't know how to explain that one, but it did apparently. Of course, this video will be going out a couple of days after the earthquake happened, so don't get confused by what days I'm saying that. You know, it happened in New Zealand Sunday night, Monday morning, because we're a little bit ahead of the rest of the world here. Right, I'm going to let those dry, and while I do that, although I've cut out these holly leaf shapes here, what I'm going to do is go around the edges in black before I put them on. So I've got a little permanent pen there, and I'm just going to go around the edges in black. Don't think you need to see me do that, so I'm going to do that while I let my ATCs, the bases, dry there. Okay, so I've got a couple of elements now that I'm going to, now that this is dry, that I'm going to attach on to the ATC, and that's just very simply the holly leaves and berries, and then a nice little bell there as well. So I'm just going to be gluing those down. So I've just decided to go with the plain old Merry Christmas there, and I'm just going to, I've stamped it on tissue paper and I'm just going to cut it out and pop it on to the ATC when I've done that. So I've cut them out now and I'm going to stick them down with Mod Podge. Very delicately, because as we all know, with tissue paper, this is the bit where you can actually muck it all up. I'm popping that one just behind the leaf there. Just got to be careful not to overwork it, because I will rip it otherwise. And the same with this one, but because I've set the leaves further back on this one, there is room, or the bell further back or something, there is room for this to go just on its own. So we'll pop that one there. And then let that one dry again. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just go around some leaves and things. As I say before, it's just tidy up and the bit where you make it pop off the page and that, so that's what I'll be doing now. It's where you make things go behind other things and other things go over the top, and that gives you your 3D effect. So I'm just, I was talking away there and I hadn't actually turned the thing back on, video back on. But what I'm doing now is I'm just doing some of the highlights there, just roughly sketching them, not, you know, not making them too realistic. Just popping in some there, just making them a little bit sketchy. Just thinking about, you know, roughly where they would be, but not trying too hard. That's another call out for the with the earthquakes, so let's hope it's nothing serious. Don't know whether you can hear the siren going. Anyway, what I thought I might do is put some glitter on where the berries are, just to give it a little bit of oomph. But I'll just go and dry them, let them dry first, and then put the, I've got some red glitter glue there that I'll put on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put some stickles on the berries. Just on some of them. I won't put them where they are right at the back, just the ones that are on top. like that. I've got here some yeah, I'll use some clear. Wonder if I've got some gold Wink of Stella here. I might just try that, see what that's like. Might lose the highlights, but I don't know. We'll just go over there. Bit of gold. Might have to go back over after and do the highlights again. Just give that a chance to dry, and then I'll just do off the finishing touches. So it's going to take a while for the glitter glue to dry off there, but so I am going to finish this now just by putting a little border on these that is just sort of scribbled in. Just to give it a finishing touch, but not making it too prissy, if you know what I mean. Oops, get the glue there. So I've done that there, and I am just going to go around again in the black, just to cover up any white cardstock that's showing on the edges. I did blob that one on there, doesn't matter though. So I hope you like the two ATCs for the Creative Arts Collaboration hashtag Love Winter Art event, and I'll put an iCard up as a link to the playlist for all the other artists taking part in the event as well, and hope to see you again tomorrow or very soon after that with another video. So sometimes you just can't leave it alone, can you? So there you go. See you again soon. Bye.